No, no, no. How do you get your prospect to say more yes to you and more often? You see, many years ago, I wrote a book called Influence, and you can find it on Amazon for a few dollars. And in the book, I talked about the 47 psychological tactics you can use to motivate, persuade, influence your prospects to buy. Now, that was one of the very first few books I wrote in my early 20s. And I wrote that book. My intention was to lay it out and talk about some of these psychological tricks and tactics that companies and marketers use to motivate consumers to buy. And to my surprise, consumers didn't buy the book. It was all the damn fucking marketers buying the book to persuade more prospects. So later on, I changed the title slightly. And then that becomes a very well-known marketing book. So today, I want to share with you one of the psychological tricks that you could use to get your prospects to say yes to you more often. At the time, I was about 23, 24. I was consulting with a client of mine. At the time, I was doing copywriting, was doing some consultation on the side. And this business owner is a restaurant owner. So he came to me and asking me, so Dan, I'm planning to launch a new restaurant. It's kind of like a restaurant with like a pub. And he was asking me, so what do you think I should do? What kind of marketing do you think I should do? And I thought about it. Well, I said, let me ask you this. Have you ever wanted to eat at a restaurant and with a couple of your friends, and you thought you heard some good things about it, and you went to that place, and when you show up to the restaurant, no one was in there. It's an empty restaurant. And then you suddenly backed out and say, okay, well, you know what? Let's go somewhere else. This place can't be any good because no one is in it, right? Or you walk by a restaurant like that. That's a place I wanted to try, but I don't see anyone in it, so it cannot be any good. On the other hand, has this ever happened to you? You walk by a restaurant that you have no clue, you don't know anything about, and you walk by and you see the place packed. You see people lining up, and you thought to yourself, okay, I gotta try that. Let's go line up. It must be very, very good. And that's exactly the advice I gave to this business owner. I said, here's what you need to do. I want you to get some people to line up in front of your restaurant. He said, what? Yep, I want you to hire some professional line-up people. I want you to get some people line up, and I want you to be very anxious, kind of very nervous, and they are just waiting. That's all they do. Line up, and I want you to pack your place. I don't care if it's your friends, your family, their friends, I want you to pack your place and create that energy and that vibe. It did that when he launched. And guess what? Exactly. People were thinking about it. People were looking at the restaurant. Oh, what is this new restaurant all about, right? And boom, people started lining up, and more people line up, and more people line up. And then when people said, well, can I book a table? Oh, it's going to be 2 hour wait. Oh my God, a 2 hour wait. Okay, put me down. That's good, right? It gives them the security. It gives them the comfort. If all these people line up, it must be good. And that's a psychological trick I want to teach you today. You see, people don't want something until they know they can have it or other people want it as well. It's a very powerful psychological trick. The power of popularity. If something is popular, as a human being, having that social proof, we think of that, it must be good. If so many people like it, it cannot be that bad, right? So what can you do to create more demand? What can you do to make your product or service appear to be more popular? And what else can you do to make yourself more exclusive? So your prospects, they can't get to you too easy. You're not too accessible. So they need to jump through a few hoops before they get to you. So when they do get to you, they cherish the opportunity to hire you and work with you more. It's that simple. It is that simple. A simple psychological trick. If you want to get the book, you can get it from Amazon. It's only a few dollars, right? I talked about all the 47 psychological tricks. You might like them. Until next time, I'll see you in my belly.